The summer movie season starts next Friday. Is it me, or is 2021 really flying by? Welcome to my top 5 most anticipated movies of summer 2021 video. I was going to make this video next week, but this coming weekend, there's going to be a lot of new movies and shows. I'm going to have a lot of reviews for you guys, so I just simply won't have the time to make this video next week. In any case, I'm a little early, which is fine. And I have to say, it's nice to look forward to summer movie season because last year, so many movies were delayed. There's essentially no summer movie season. So it's nice to see a bunch of blockbusters and big movies coming out in the summer. I mean, the summer movie season is definitely one of my favorite times of the year because there's a lot of movies to look forward to. In my opinion, this summer movie season looks very promising. So for those of you who don't know, the summer movie season this year starts May 7th and ends on August 27th, I believe. So any movies that's coming out within that time frame is eligible to be on this list. As I stated before, there's a lot of movies that are coming out that I'm looking forward to. But since there's only 5 movies, I don't plan on giving away any honorable mentions because I want to keep this list a mystery. It's just so you guys can have a little bit less of an idea of what may or may not be on the list. So even though I'm not doing any honorable mentions, I'm going to mention one film that was initially on my top 5, but I left it out for a specific reason. This movie is 9 Days. Now, if you guys remember, I had 9 Days on my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2021. So why is this movie not on my top 5 list? Because I have my doubts that it's actually sticking to its summer release. The last update we've heard about this movie was in January, where Sony said that it was going to come out in summer 2021. There's still no update. There's no official month or day of when it's being released. I heard a lot of awards talk about this movie, so it wouldn't surprise me if they delayed this movie until the fall, where Oscar movies usually come out. And this is all speculation, right? I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I really want to see this movie, but for this video, I wanted to have 5 movies with official release dates and something like 9 Days. I wanted to have a list where we know for certain movies that are coming out, and 9 Days just is not eligible for that reason for me. I'm still really looking forward to it, of course, but didn't make the top 5 for that reason. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started to the countdown of my top 5 most anticipated movies of the summer movie season 2021. Here we go. Number 5. My number 5 is Candyman. Candyman will be released on August 27th. Candyman is the spiritual sequel to the 1992 horror film. I have to say this movie looks very promising. I know when we hear that there's a sequel or remake to a horror film, we usually are very skeptical, but there are a few exceptions. And Candyman looks like one of those few exceptions. The trailers have been very strong, and you have a great cast here. You have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, you have Coleman Domingo, and the trailers, as I stated before, it looks suspenseful, it looks scary. It looks like one of those movies that could potentially be better than, it can be the better sequel to a classic horror film. And I like Candyman. I saw it about 2 years ago, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. So I'm really looking forward to this movie. Jordan Peele, he's one of the screenwriters, and he's producing the film as well, which is very exciting. Director Nia DaCosta. I haven't seen any of her other films, but from my understanding, this is a movie that's very different than anything she's done. In any case, I'm really excited for Candyman. Candyman is my number 5, one of my most anticipated horror films of the year in general. Number 4. My number 4 is Space Jam: A New Legacy. So Space Jam: A New Legacy will be released on July 16th. Look, I love the first film. The first film I watched on repeat as a kid, all the time. And look, is that movie a masterpiece? Is it perfect? No, but I don't care. Like, even with flaws and its corniness, I don't care. Like, I still love that movie. That movie will always have a special place in my heart. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Before there was the trailer, like months before there was a trailer for this movie, I was skeptical. I didn't want them to do a Space Jam 2 because even though I acknowledge the first one is not a masterpiece, I can't deny that I had a feeling that the second one was somehow going to damage the first one in a way, because usually when you have a great movie and there's a really terrible sequel, you tend to think of the sequel as well when you're talking about the original movie. But in any case, I am really hyped for this movie. The trailer definitely sold me. The trailer looks like a lot of fun. You have LeBron James this time. He's teaming up with the Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, And it's not clear who they're going against. I mean, they said who it was in the trailer. I just forgot. But the trailer kind of reminded me of Ready Player One, and it looks like a blast. It just looks like so much fun. It looks like the perfect summer movie. And even though it's going to be on HBO Max the day it comes out, I'm definitely going to the theaters to see it. I have to because it just looks like so much fun. It looks like that great theatrical experience that you would have in the summer. I am really excited for this movie, unapologetically as well. I mean, I don't care. This movie is something I'm definitely looking forward to. So, Space Jam: A New Legacy is my number 4. Number 3. My number 3 is The Green Knight. The Green Knight will be released on July 30th. The Green Knight was supposed to come out in 2020, and it got delayed because of COVID. But in any case, I am super hyped for this film. The trailers look epic. You have Dev Patel, Joel Edgerton, Alicia Vikander, and it just looks gritty. It looks raw from the trailer, and it's a retelling of a classic story. It focuses on King Arthur's nephew, and he's going against this this monster, I think, this green monster or something. I haven't read the story, but in any case, it looks awesome. I love the trailer, and I'm a fan of A24. I don't love every single one of the movies, but for me, they've definitely had more hits than misses. And this looks like a hit from them, for sure. And yeah, I'm just really excited for it. There's only one trailer, I believe. I hope there's another trailer soon, even though I'm really hyped for it, because I just want to know a little bit more about the story. I just hope it really sticks to its release date. I think it will because, there's vaccines and a lot of movies this year have been sticking to their release dates. So I'm hyped for this film. Despite not knowing too much about it, the trailer really sold me, and it looks gritty and it looks really well made overall. So The Green Knight is my number 3. Number 2. My number 2 is The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad will be released on August 6th. And look, the 2016 movie was a film I was so hyped for. And when I saw it, it let me down so bad. I mean, it's, without exaggeration, the most disappointing film I've ever seen in my life. But I am optimistic about this Suicide Squad. Now, this is not a sequel or a reboot. I'm not even sure what to consider it because I know it's not any of those things. So you don't have to see the 2016 film to see this movie. But in any case, you have a hell of a cast. You have James Gunn behind the camera. I'm a fan of James Gunn. Love what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to annihilate it with this material here. And it looks so much fun. It's going to be rated R. Have you seen the Red Band trailer? I mean, it looks bonkers. It looks crazy. And you have so many people in this film. Off the top of my head, there's Idris Elba. There's John Cena. You have Sylvester Stallone. You have Michael Rooker. Viola Davis is back. And a bunch of other people. I can't remember at the moment. But in any case, I know it's a killer cast. And it looks so much fun. It looks like the perfect summer movie once again. And this is also going to be on HBO Max the day it comes out, but this looks like a must-see in the theater. So even though it's my number 2 most anticipated film, in the back of my mind, I have my expectations a little bit in check because of how disappointing the 2016 film was to me. But I just have a strong feeling that this will be infinitely better, and it looks like there won't be any studio interference this time around. I think they're going to let James Gunn do his own vision, and thank God, right? Because we had Zack Snyder's Justice League earlier this year, and look how good that turned out. No studio interference, just Zack Snyder. So I think it's going to be the same thing with James Gunn here and his version of the Suicide Squad. So the Suicide Squad looks bonkers, and I'm here for it. It's my number 2 most anticipated movie of the summer movie season of 2021. Number 1, my most anticipated movie of the summer movie season is A Quiet Place Part 2. A Quiet Place Part 2 will be released on May 28th. I am hyped for this movie, guys. I really, really want to see this film. I saw the first film in theaters a couple of years ago, and I loved it. It's one of my favorite horror films of the last decade. It's very innovative, it's creative, and it's original. I was initially a little bit hesitant on the sequel because the way the first one ended, it's not that the first one didn't leave off a cliffhanger, but I would have been fine with just one movie. But the trailer for the second one really sold me. And you have Cillian Murphy. I never know which one it is. He's in it. You have the guy from Blood Diamond and Guardians of the Galaxy. Great actor. I don't want to butcher his name. and you have Emily Blunt, she's back. You have the kids that are back. This looks like a sequel that's really going to flesh out the great things in the first one. And there were early reviews for the second one when it had its premiere last year. Then COVID happened, and a lot of people were saying that it was great, and some people saying it was better than the first one. So I am very optimistic about this film. And like I said, it's coming out May 28th. And it's funny because my birthday is on May 25th. And the running joke between my friends and I is that it seems that every year around my birthday, there's always a bad movie that comes out, which is funny because I'm such a big movie fan. But for some reason, my birthday movie is always mediocre or crappy. But it looks like I'm going to be blessed this year with A Quiet Place Part 2. And I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be great. I mean, it's my most anticipated. Actually, no, it's not my most anticipated horror film of the year. It's my second, but my most anticipated movie of the summer, for sure. And it comes out in May, which is unusual because usually my most anticipated movie comes out in July or sometime in the middle of the summer. But this year it's in May. So it's in the first month of the movie season. So there you have it. That's my top 5 most anticipated films of the summer movie season. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This video is early. Once again, I wasn't going to have time to do it next week, but I'd rather do it early than never. So in any case, I am going to have a lot of reviews for you guys within the next couple of days. The next review will be for Invincible Season 1. I'm going to watch the finale tomorrow night, and I will try my hardest, my best, to have a review for Invincible Season 1 on Friday. So 2 days from now. I'm loving the show, but I'll talk more about that in my review. And feel free to comment below your most anticipated movies of the summer, or if you don't have a top 5 list, just say 1 or 2 movies you're excited for, or feel free to list as many as you want. I want to know what you guys are excited for. And once again, thank you guys again. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You can share the video as well if you want. And I'll see you guys next time with my review of Invincible Season 1. So take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.